They won't say it in public. Most won't even say it out loud. But if you sit quietly with enough Belgian Malinois owners, especially those who got one without truly understanding what they were signing up for, you'll eventually hear it. Whispered in guilt, wrapped in love, heavy with exhaustion. I think I made a mistake. Not because they don't love their dog, not because they don't admire the breed, but because deep down, they're drowning in a level of responsibility they never expected, and it's tearing them apart. This is what no flashy video or highlight reel ever shows you. The part after the bite work, after the recall drills, after the slow-motion obedience clips, when the camera's off and the house is quiet, but the dog is still on, still scanning, still pacing, still watching every move you make, waiting for a task, a signal, a structure. Because the Belgian Malinois is not just a dog, it's a full-time purpose engine, and if you're not driving it, it will drive itself, straight through your routines, your comfort, and your emotional limits. So many Malinois owners regret it. Not because they got a bad dog, but because they brought home something they didn't fully understand. A working dog that needs work every single day. Mental stimulation, physical challenge, emotional regulation. Without it, they unravel. Not in tantrums, but in precision chaos. Guarding doorways, obsessing over light, reacting to shadows, redirecting that unmet purpose onto you, your guests, your other pets. What many owners regret isn't the energy, it's the mental load. The endless pressure to be composed, consistent, in control. You can't take a day off emotionally. If you're anxious, they mirror it. If you're angry, they absorb it. If you're inconsistent, they step into the leadership vacuum. And once they do, good luck taking it back. That's not dominance, that's survival. Take one example. Sarah was an experienced dog owner. She'd raised retrievers, had trained in basic obedience. She wanted a challenge. She got a Malinois puppy. For a few weeks, it was fun. Fast learner, eye spum, impressive focus. But then came the shifts, the testing, the reactivity, the destructiveness when structure slipped. And Sarah realized she didn't own a dog. She had invited a soldier into her living room and forgot to bring a commander's mindset. But instead of admitting it out loud, she pushed through in silence. Because who wants to be the person who couldn't handle it? That's where the regret festers, not just in failure, but in shame. Because the Malinois community praises toughness, precision, discipline, but rarely talks about burnout, about emotional fatigue, about the owner who cries in the kitchen after another redirected bite, another broken lamp, another night wondering if rehoming is the only way out. Here's the truth. Regret doesn't mean failure. It means something in the ownership equation was misunderstood. Malinois owners regret it when they confuse drive with energy, obedience with ease, intelligence with convenience. This is a breed that challenges not just your training, but your identity. If you're not ready to become a leader every single day, you will feel it. And your dog will too. But it doesn't have to end in regret, because regret can turn into resilience. If you're willing to recalibrate, to drop the fantasy and face the truth, to get help, to install structure, to slow down the chaos and rebuild with calm, focused, emotionless leadership. This dog isn't broken, and neither are you. But you must become the version of yourself that a Belgian Malinois can follow. Not with power, with presence. And when that happens, the regret fades, the guilt softens, and what's left is a bond that doesn't just look good, it feels unbreakable. Not because it was easy, but because it was earned in fire. So to every Malinois owner silently struggling, you're not alone, you're not weak, you're not failing. But you are holding the leash of a breed that will expose every crack in your armor and then ask you to grow stronger in those places. That's not a mistake, that's an opportunity, but only if you're brave enough to face it.